Boker Tov, Shavua Tov. So Baruch Hashem, we finished Mishlei, but we're going to do 2 shiurim of bonus material. So I think I mentioned before that Rashi and the Mitzudat David have another explanation on the Eshet Chayil, just like the Gaon of Vilna said that the Eshet Chayil is talking about Torah. So too Rashi has a second explanation to explain the entire Mishlei, talking about Torah. And the Mitzudat David says it's talking about the Neshama. So we'll talk about Rashi's second explanation today, and the Mitzudat David's second explanation tomorrow. Just a few highlights from Rashi's explanation that the Eshet Chayil is talking about Torah. Number one is that Darshat Semiru Fishtim, we see that many psukim in Eshet Chayil is talking about the wife, that she does this and does that, and does everything, all-encompassing. And therefore, so too, a person has to try his best to learn all parts of the Torah, Midrash, the Gemara, Halacha, Zohar. Try to be all-encompassing. Try to keep on going. Just like a wife does everything for the house, and so too, and everything for her children. So too, try to do everything in Torah, and try to develop talmidim and students as well. So try to be all-encompassing in Torah as well. The Rashi brings an interesting explanation to the pasuk Lo yichbe balayla nera, that the candle at night is not extinguished. The wife stays up all night. He says if you look in the actual pasuk, it's written balayla without a hey, so like belel. And he says this talks about Lil Shimurim. We're now approaching Pesach, the night of Pesach, where that's when we had the Makat Bechorot, and that's really when we came out of Mitzrayim, really. So it's that night that really made us into a nation, and from there Yetziat Mitzrayim, then we received the Torah. That's the backbone of our foundation. Lo yichbeh balala nera. That candle is never going to be extinguished. Our connection with Hashem is never going to be extinguished. That coming back to that point where we're freed from the Egyptians, we came into Hashem's hands, that's never going to be extinguished. An interesting explanation, he says, Lo tira levita mishaleg kicho beta lavu shanim. So the house is not afraid of the snow, and because everybody's dressed in shani, in the scarlet type of. So if you remember, the general explanation was the family is taken care of so well that even if it's snowing outside, they're wearing proper clothing for the snow. So here he explains connection to Torah. Interesting, he says, is that we envision, and it's a lot in truth, that when it comes to Gehinam, that the punishment's fire. It's all fire over there, but he says that there's also snow and cold, just like the heat, burns. Cold also, extreme cold is very, so spiritually, also there's punishment when it comes to sheleg. But he says, Lo tira leveta mishaleg. You're not gonna be afraid of the snow in the negative. Why? Because the entire family wears red, which is referring to the dam of the Brit Milah. We're connected to Hashem. We have Brit Milah. We're connected to Hashem, and a Jew is a Jew, and therefore you could grow from there. And don't be afraid of the sheleg. Don't be afraid of the snow. Don't be afraid of Gehinam. You could do it. You're a Jew. You could be the best that you could be. And toward the end, Vatitzchak leyom acharon, she is laughing all the way to the end, to the last day. And this is someone that's connected to Torah is laughing to his death. He knows Baruch Hashem. He lived a life that there was struggles. It was difficult fulfilling the Torah. There's sacrifices you need to make, but ultimately you know that you're good because you're doing Hashem's will. So you're laughing all the way till Yom Hadin. He says that tzchok, when someone laughs, that's a sign that there's no worries. When tzchok is used in the pasuk, it negates worries. So when there's tzchok, it means there's no worries, and therefore when a person is connected to the Torah, there's no worries. And just to end, we have he says that in the pasuk, sheker achen v'hevel hayofi. So in talking about beauty for a physical woman, it's that's beauty is skin deep. It's something. It's valuable. Really, yirat shamayim is the main thing. Here he says sheker achen is referring to the goyim, where sometimes you look at the nations, like, oh wow, look how good they are, look how impressive it is, and look at the allure to like everything that they have and this and that. Why did God make me Jewish? Chas v'shalom, to think like that. But people have these things. Sheker achen, it's all lies. All that you see is also very, very, very skin deep. And really, there's yirat shamayim, following Hashem's ways, is the true and proper path. And Be'ezrat Hashem, may we continue to strengthen ourselves in Torah and Yirat Shamayim, and we will see all the great bracha that comes from it. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Chananya ben Akashya Meretzah HaKadosh Baruch Hu Lezakot את ישראל לפיכך, יברא להם תורה מזו שנאמר, על רחב עצמן צדקו, הגדיל תורה וידיר.